Hi, and welcome to the Nutrition Diva podcast. I'm your host, Monica Reinagel, and today I want to respond to several listener questions I've gotten recently about Irish sea moss. Now, before I jump into that, I also wanted to answer a quick question that came in from Donna in response to my recent episode on collagen. Donna was wondering whether plain gelatin packets that you buy at the grocery store are a good source of collagen. Both gelatin and collagen supplements are derived from the collagen protein found in animal connective tissues, bones, and skin. The main difference lies in their processing. Gelatin is produced by partial hydrolysis of collagen, resulting in a product that gels or thickens when it cools after it's been heated. Hydrolyzed collagen that is used in collagen supplements is further broken down into smaller peptides, which do not gel, and it's believed that these are going to be more easily absorbed by the body. Both can contribute to overall dietary protein intake, and both provide similar amino acids, and gelatin is certainly less expensive. However, it may not provide the same benefits as a collagen supplement that's been formulated to address a specific concern. And now let's get into sea moss. Celine writes, "My sister keeps touting the benefits of Irish sea moss supplements. What are the pros and cons of this supplement, especially for women? Many of the purported benefits address issues I don't currently have, but could this supplement help prevent them in the future?" Irish sea moss is a red algae that grows along the rocky coastlines of the North Atlantic Ocean. It's commonly found on the eastern coasts of Canada and the United States, particularly from Maine down through Massachusetts. And then over in Europe, sea moss grows extensively along the coasts of Ireland, hence the name Irish moss, but also Great Britain and the coastal regions of France and Iceland. It was traditionally used in soups and broths to both boost their nutritional content and also to improve the texture. But its popularity as a supplement has really surged recently. It's being touted for a wide range of health benefits, everything from boosting immune function and fertility to improving digestion, supporting thyroid health, and beautifying the skin. So let's take a closer look at the evidence to support these various claims. Like most sea vegetables, sea moss is low in calories, but rich in various minerals like potassium, calcium, and magnesium. It's also got some soluble fiber. While other sea vegetables are higher in protein or vitamin A, sea moss is particularly rich in iodine. And sea moss is a natural source of carrageenan. This is a natural compound that has a thickening or gelling action in liquids. And this is one of the reasons that sea moss was traditionally used in soups and stews. But that thickening or gelling action also makes carrageenan useful as a food additive. You'll find it in things like yogurt, cottage cheese, non-dairy milk alternatives, puddings, salad dressings, and also as a vegan alternative to gelatin in things like gummy candies. But there's also been some controversy over this additive. While the FDA considers it safe when used as intended, there's been ongoing debate about the effects of carrageenan on digestive health. These were triggered mostly by some animal studies and in vitro research, which suggested that carrageenan can cause inflammation and gastrointestinal ulcerations. And some consumers choose to avoid carrageenan due to these concerns. And for more on this, check out episode number 276. But let's turn to some of the health claims that Celine asked about. Sea moss is said to promote thyroid health and, by extension, fertility, which is dependent in part on thyroid health. And the basis for this claim is sea moss's high iodine content. Iodine is crucial for the production of thyroid hormones, which regulate your metabolism. They support neurological health and reproductive function, among many other vital roles. And people who aren't getting enough iodine can develop hypothyroidism, an underactive thyroid, leading to symptoms like fatigue, weight gain, and even depression. However, too much iodine can be just as harmful to the thyroid as too little. And some thyroid issues have nothing to do with iodine. For those who are not deficient, getting more iodine does not equate to better thyroid health, and it does not reduce your risk of future thyroid disease. And iodine deficiency is pretty rare in parts of the world where salt is commonly fortified with iodine. Even if an iodine deficiency were confirmed, it would still be safer to use a supplement where the dose could be accurately measured and controlled rather than relying on natural sources like sea moss, because the iodine content can vary widely. And obviously, you'd want to do this in consultation with a healthcare provider so you can make sure you're not overdoing it. Another popular claim for sea moss is its benefits for digestive health, and these claims are largely based on its soluble fiber content. And soluble fiber can help prevent constipation. It plays a role in cholesterol management, also can help stabilize blood glucose, blood sugar levels. Soluble fiber can also promote more of a feeling of fullness in the stomach, and that is potentially useful for weight management. While the soluble fiber in sea moss may well have all these benefits and support digestive health, it's only one of many sources that are available, and it's not necessarily the most special or the most effective source. Oats, apples, beans and legumes, flax, and chia seeds are all good food sources of the same types of soluble fiber, along with many other nutrients. Another alluring claim for sea moss is its supposed ability to boost immune function. And to be sure, it is a good source of vitamin C, zinc, and iron, all nutrients that support a healthy immune system. But again, while these nutrients are undoubtedly beneficial, they are certainly not unique to sea moss. Many other foods can provide these same immune supportive benefits, often in more substantial amounts. Direct scientific research linking sea moss to improved immune function is sparse. Most of the studies that exist are quite preliminary, having been conducted in test tubes or on animals. And that makes it really hard to draw concrete conclusions about the effects on human immune health. And finally, sea moss is often touted as a miracle ingredient for everything from hydrating the skin to reducing wrinkles and treating conditions like eczema and psoriasis. And the vitamins and minerals in sea moss may support skin health. But again, sea moss is not a unique or a particularly potent source of these nutrients, and the impact of consuming sea moss specifically on skin health has not been well researched. Most claims are based on anecdotal reports, or they simply reflect the known benefits of its individual components rather than direct study of sea moss itself. Having thrown cold water on many of the claims that are being made for sea moss supplements, I still think there's a place for sea moss and other sea vegetables as a fun way to add nutritional and culinary variety to your diet. So here are a few tips on how to use sea moss and where to find it. Sea moss can often be found in health food stores. You might see it as dried whole seaweed, as a gel, or even as a powder. And for other sea vegetables like nori, wakame, or kelp, Asian markets are a treasure trove, as these ingredients are staples in many Asian cuisines. If you can't find a good selection locally, though, online retailers are another convenient option. You can use sea moss to make a gel, which you could add to salad dressings or sauces to create a thicker texture and add a little nutritional value. You can also put dried sea moss or kelp directly into broths, soups, and stews. These will thicken the liquid somewhat and add a savory umami flavor to your dish. Rehydrated or fresh wakame, if you can find it, can be dressed with a simple dressing of sesame oil and vinegar for a delicious seaweed salad. And finally, dried nori sheets, which are used to wrap sushi rolls, make great snacks when toasted lightly with a sprinkle of salt or other seasonings. So thanks to Celine for kicking off today's discussion of sea moss. If you have a question you'd like me to answer, you can email it to nutrition@quickanddirtytips.com. You can also leave me a voicemail at 443-961-6206. Nutrition Diva is a quick and dirty tips podcast and is supported by a wonderful team, including Brandon Getchis, Nathan Sams, Davina Tomlin, Morgan Christensen, Holly Hutchings, and Cameron Lacey. That's all for this episode. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you next week.